Hi, I'm Ariel. 6 months ago, I was living what I thought was a dream come true. Married to the love of my life, Jake, and 7 months pregnant with our first baby. I should have known that when things seem too perfect, someone's always waiting to tear it all down. In my case, that someone was my sister-in-law, Madison. Ariel, honey, where do you want these gift bags? My best friend Vanessa called from the kitchen, her arms full of pink and white packages. Just set them on the dining table, I said, smoothing down my maternity dress. Thank you so much for helping set up. You're a lifesaver. Please, this is what I live for, Vanessa grinned. Your nursery is going to be absolutely stunning. That crib you picked out? Gorgeous. Where is it, by the way? Jake set it up in the nursery upstairs yesterday. Took him 3 hours, but he was so proud of himself. I bet he was. That man cannot wait to be a dad. The doorbell rang, and I waddled to answer it. My mother-in-law, Patricia, stood there with Madison trailing behind, her expression sour. Ariel, darling, Patricia swept in, kissing both my cheeks. You look radiant. Doesn't she look radiant, Madison? Sure, Madison muttered, not looking at me. Radiant. I forced a smile. Thanks for coming, Madison. It means a lot. Like I had a choice, she said under her breath, but loud enough for me to hear. Vanessa appeared at my elbow, sensing the tension. Madison, so good to see you. Can I get you some punch? I can get my own punch, Madison snapped, pushing past us. Patricia laughed nervously. You know Madison. She's just having a rough week. Work stress. Right, I said, unconvinced. This had been going on since Jake and I announced the pregnancy. Every family dinner, every holiday, Madison found ways to make little digs about our perfect little family. The shower went smoothly at first. Guests arrived, we played games. I opened gifts while everyone cooed over tiny onesies and blankets. But I noticed Madison sitting in the corner, downing glass after glass of punch, glaring at every gift I unwrapped. Ariel, you're going to need a bigger house for all this stuff, my aunt laughed. We're managing, Jake said, his arm around my shoulders. The nursery is all ready. I even assembled the crib myself. Oh, Jake, you're such a hands-on father already. Patricia beamed. Madison suddenly stood up. I need to use the bathroom. Upstairs bathroom. The downstairs one is gross. Sure, I said, confused by the specific request. She disappeared upstairs. Vanessa leaned over. Is it just me or is she acting weird? She's always acting weird around me, I whispered back. 10 minutes passed, then 15. Patricia checked her watch. Where did Madison go? Then we heard it. Bang, bang, bang! The sound of wood splintering, loud crashes from upstairs. What the hell? Jake bolted for the stairs, and I followed as fast as I could. Vanessa was right behind me. We burst into the nursery, and my heart stopped. Madison stood over the crib, or what was left of it, with a hammer in her hand. The beautiful white crib Jake had spent hours assembling was demolished. Splintered wood everywhere. The mattress torn. One side completely caved in. Madison! Jake shouted. What are you doing? She turned to us, her face flushed, eyes wild. What does it look like? I'm giving you a reality check. You destroyed our baby's crib. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Are you insane? Insane? Insane! Madison's voice rose to a shriek. You want to know what's insane? Watching you two parade around like you're so special. Baby this, baby that, perfect Ariel and perfect Jake. Patricia appeared in the doorway, gasping. Madison Elizabeth, what have you done? What you should have done years ago, Mom. Stopped letting them shove their happiness down everyone's throats. Vanessa pulled out her phone. I'm calling the police. Good. Call them. Madison swung the hammer wildly. Tell them I'm sick of being second place in my own family. Tell them my brother forgot I existed the second this woman got pregnant. Jake stepped forward, hands raised. Madison, put down the hammer. We can talk about this. Talk? When have you wanted to talk to me, Jake? When? You moved 3 blocks away and I haven't heard from you in months. That's not true and you know it. I invited you to dinner last month. You said you were busy. Because I knew it would just be about the baby. Everything is about the baby. I felt tears streaming down my face, staring at the destroyed crib. That was for our child. Our innocent child who hasn't done anything to you. Well, maybe now you'll know how it feels, Madison snarled. To have something you love destroyed right in front of you. Vanessa held up her phone. The police are on their way. I also got video of you threatening them with that hammer, so I'd put it down if I were you. Madison's eyes darted between all of us, and I saw the reality of what she'd done starting to sink in. Ma'am, can you walk me through exactly what happened? Officer Rodriguez asked, notebook in hand. 2 police cars were parked outside, and several guests lingered on the lawn, whispering amongst themselves. We were having my baby shower downstairs, I explained, my voice shaking. Madison, my sister-in-law, went upstairs supposedly to use the bathroom. Then we heard crashing sounds. When we went up, she was destroying the crib with a hammer. And you have video evidence? Vanessa stepped forward. Right here, officer. I started recording when she was threatening them with the hammer still in her hand. Officer Rodriguez watched the video, his expression hardening. This is clear destruction of property and menacing with a weapon. Where is the suspect now? In the kitchen with my mother-in-law, Jake said bitterly. Mom's trying to convince her to explain herself. We found Madison sitting at the kitchen table, Patricia hovering over her. The moment Patricia saw us, she started talking fast. Officers, I'm sure this is all a misunderstanding. Madison's been under tremendous stress at work and… A misunderstanding? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. She destroyed a $500 crib with a hammer, Patricia, while threatening us. She didn't threaten anyone, she was just upset. Mrs. Chen, Officer Rodriguez interrupted. We have video evidence of your daughter threatening the homeowners while wielding a hammer. That constitutes menacing and destruction of property. Madison finally spoke, her voice small. I didn't mean to scare anyone. I lost control. Lost control? Jake's face was red. Madison, you brought a hammer to a baby shower. Where did you even get it? From Jake's garage, Vanessa said quietly. I saw her go in there before she went upstairs. I thought she was just looking around. Officer Rodriguez made a note. So, this was premeditated. You retrieved a weapon from the garage, went upstairs, and deliberately destroyed property. I want to press charges, I said firmly. Full charges. Patricia grabbed my arm. Ariel, please. She's family. She made a mistake, but involving the legal system… I pulled away. She made a choice, Patricia. A deliberate, calculated choice to destroy something meant for your grandchild. Our baby could have slept in that crib. It was special to us. It was just a crib. We can buy you another one. That's not the point, Jake exploded. Mom, she came to our house, took a hammer from my garage, and demolished our baby's furniture while we were celebrating downstairs. If that's not worth consequences, what is? My Aunt Maria approached hesitantly. Ariel, honey, I saw something before the shower. I wasn't sure if I should mention it. What did you see? I arrived early to help set up, remember? I saw Madison in the garage. She was talking to herself, saying something about showing them and not so perfect anymore. I thought she was on the phone, but now… Officer Rodriguez turned to Madison. Is that true? Did you plan this before the shower started? Madison's face crumpled. I didn't plan anything. When I saw all those presents, all those people fawning over Ariel, I couldn't take it anymore. The hammer was just there, and I thought… You thought what? I demanded. That destroying your nephew or niece's crib would make you feel better? You don't understand what it's like. Madison stood up suddenly. Being compared to you constantly. Why can't you be more like Ariel? Ariel's so successful. Ariel's giving us a grandchild. I'm invisible. Vanessa stepped between us. That's not Ariel's fault. That's your issue to work through, not a reason to destroy property and threaten people. I didn't threaten anyone. You waved a hammer at them, Officer Rodriguez said flatly. Multiple witnesses confirm this. You're going to need to come to the station. Patricia started crying. Please, officer. Isn't there another way? Community service? Anger management? That's up to the DA and the victims. But we're taking her in for questioning and charging her. Jake pulled me aside. Are you sure about this? Pressing charges? Are you seriously asking me that? She's my sister, Ariel. I don't want to destroy our family. I looked at him incredulously. She destroyed our baby's crib, Jake. She came to our home with a weapon and demolished something precious to us out of pure jealousy. If we don't hold her accountable now, what's next? What else will she do when the baby actually arrives? He was silent, and I saw the conflict in his eyes. Jake, I said softly, I love you, but I need you to choose right here. Are you with me on this, or are you going to let your mom convince you to sweep this under the rug? He looked at the officers leading Madison out in handcuffs, then back at me. You're right. We pressed charges. Full charges. 3 days later, Madison made bail. Patricia posted it, of course, and immediately called demanding we meet to resolve this as a family. I almost laughed. Almost. We're meeting at a coffee shop, I told Jake. Neutral territory, and Vanessa's coming. Ariel, she's not going to try anything in public. That's exactly why we're meeting in public. We arrived at the coffee shop first. Madison came in with Patricia 10 minutes later, looking disheveled and exhausted. Good. Thank you for agreeing to meet, Patricia started. We really need to— Where's your lawyer? Vanessa interrupted. Because Ariel has hers on speed dial. Madison slumped into her chair. I don't have a lawyer yet. I can't afford one. Maybe you should have thought about that before committing a crime, I said coldly. Ariel, please, Madison's voice cracked. Can we just talk? Without the hostility? You want to talk about hostility? Let's talk about you taking a hammer to furniture meant for an infant. That seems pretty hostile to me. I was angry. I told you that. And that makes it okay? Jake leaned forward. Madison, I've tried to understand. Mom's been calling me nonstop trying to explain your perspective. But you know what? I don't care about your perspective anymore. You crossed a line. Patricia dabbed at her eyes. She's getting help. We found a therapist who specializes in anger management and family dynamics. Madison's scheduled for twice a week. That's great, Vanessa said. She should definitely get help, but that doesn't erase what she did. Madison suddenly grabbed my hand across the table. I yanked it back. Please, Ariel, I'm begging you. Drop the charges. I'll pay for a new crib. I'll pay for 10 cribs. I'll stay away from you and Jake. Just please don't send me to jail. You should have thought about jail when you were destroying our property. I made a mistake. Haven't you ever made a mistake? Not one that involved premeditated destruction and threats with a weapon, I said. Madison, you went to the garage, got a hammer, went upstairs, and spent several minutes demolishing that crib. That wasn't a split-second decision. That was calculated. It wasn't calculated. I just saw the hammer and decided to use it. Jake finished. You made a choice, Madison. Multiple choices. To grab the hammer, to go upstairs, to swing it, over and over again. Patricia interjected. The therapist says Madison has been dealing with unresolved sibling rivalry and feelings of inadequacy that— I don't care what the therapist says. I stood up, my voice rising. Your daughter committed a crime against us, against our unborn child, and you want me to just forgive her because she's dealing with feelings? She's family. Family doesn't destroy each other's property. Family doesn't threaten each other with weapons. What part of that do you not understand? Madison started crying. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. If I could take it back, I would. I hate myself for what I did. I hate seeing Jake look at me like I'm a stranger. I hate that I hurt you. Your apology means nothing to me, I said flatly. Because you're not sorry you did it. You're sorry you got caught. You're sorry there are consequences. That's not true. Really? Because Vanessa has another video. One from before the shower started. Want to see it? Vanessa pulled out her phone. My doorbell camera caught you in the driveway talking to yourself. Want to know what you said? Madison's face went white. You can't use that. I'm going to ruin their perfect day. I'm going to make sure everyone sees they're not so perfect. Vanessa read from her notes. Your exact words. 45 minutes before you destroyed the crib. Patricia looked shocked. Madison, is that true? I was just venting. I didn't mean... You meant every word, Jake said quietly. You planned this. You wanted to hurt us. Madison stood up abruptly. Fine. You want me to be the villain? I'll be the villain! I'm glad I destroyed that stupid crib. I'm glad I ruined your precious baby shower. You want to know the truth? I hate how happy you are. I hate that everyone loves you. I hate that I'm the family disappointment while you're the golden couple. The entire coffee shop had gone silent, everyone staring at our table. There it is, I said softly. The real Madison. No apologies now. Just honest hatred. Yeah, honest hatred. And if you press charges, I'll make your life hell. I'll contest everything. I'll drag this through court for years. I'll make sure everyone knows what a vindictive... That's enough! Officer Rodriguez appeared beside our table. I hadn't even seen him come in. Madison Chen, you're in violation of your bail conditions. No contact with the victims. You're coming with me. What? No, I didn't. They asked to meet. Vanessa held up her phone again. Actually, Patricia texted requesting the meeting. We have evidence we tried to decline multiple times. Patricia's face went red. I just wanted to help my daughter. By violating a court order? Rodriguez said. Ma'am, you could be charged as well for facilitating this contact. As they led Madison away, again, she screamed at me. You'll regret this, Ariel. I swear you'll regret this. Jake put his arm around me. And there's the threat that ensures she's not getting bail again. The trial took 6 weeks. Madison's public defender tried to argue temporary insanity, but the evidence was overwhelming. The jury deliberated for less than 2 hours. We find the defendant guilty of criminal mischief in the first degree and menacing, the jury foreman announced. I felt Jake squeeze my hand as Madison's face crumpled. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed us. Mrs. Chen, how do you feel about the verdict? A reporter called. Satisfied, I said simply. Justice was served. Jake added, my sister made choices that hurt people I love. She won't be part of our lives. The sentencing hearing was 2 weeks later. Madison got 18 months in prison, plus restitution and a 5-year restraining order. Patricia cornered us in the parking lot afterward. Please, talk to the judge. Ask for leniency. She's my daughter. She's also a criminal, Jake said firmly. Mom, if you keep defending what Madison did, we'll have to limit contact with you too. You'd keep your own mother from her grandchild? If that mother prioritizes protecting a criminal over acknowledging harm done to that grandchild's parents? Yes. 2 months later, I gave birth to Sophie. Patricia wasn't at the hospital. She'd chosen Madison. But Vanessa was there, and my parents, and my Aunt Maria. She's beautiful, Vanessa whispered, holding Sophie. She is, I agreed. And she's going to grow up knowing we don't tolerate people who hurt us. That accountability matters. Jake kissed my forehead. I'm proud of you for standing strong. We stood strong together, I corrected. 6 months later, a letter arrived from Madison in prison. I threw it away without reading it. Not curious what it said? Vanessa asked. Not even a little. Nothing she could say would change anything. She made her choices. Now she lives with them. No forgiveness at all? Forgiveness is for people who genuinely recognize their wrongs and change. Madison spent months planning to hurt us, then months escaping consequences. That's not someone who deserves forgiveness. That's someone who deserves exactly what she got. And I meant every word. What would you do if someone destroyed something precious meant for your child? Would you press charges or try to work it out as family? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more true revenge stories.